Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tado jayamudiraye nashtaprayasha bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavatir uttama sloke bhaktir pavati naishtiki. Besa continuing with sloka, 4th canto, chapter number 6, verse number 38. Kritvorau dakshine savyam padapatmam cha januni bahum prakoshte akshamalam asinam tarkamudraya Kritvarau dakshine savyam padapatmam cha januni bahum prakoshte akshamalam asinam tarkamudraya Kritvarau dakshine savyam padapatmam cha januni bahum prakoshte akshamalam asinam tarkamudraya Kritvarau dakshine savyam padapatmam cha januni bahum prakoshte akshamalam asinam tarkamudraya Kritvarau dakshine savyam padapatmam cha januni bahum prakoshte akshamalam asinam tarkamudraya Kritvarau dakshine savyam padapatmam cha januni bahum prakoshte akshamalam asinam tarkamudraya Kritvarau dakshine savyam padapatmam cha januni bahum prakoshte akshamalam asinam tarkamudraya. See the synonyms. Kritva, having placed, Urau, thigh, Dakshine, at the right, Savyam, the left, Padapatnam, lotus feet, Cha, and Januni, on his knee, Bahum, hand, Prakoshte, in the end of the right hand, Akshamala, Rudraksha, beads, Asinam, sitting, Tarkamudraya, with the mudra of argument. Translation. His left leg was placed on his right thigh and his left hand was placed on his left thigh. This sitting posture is called Virasana. Virasana. In his right hand, he held Rudraksha beads and his finger was in the mode of argument. His left leg was placed on his right thigh and his left hand was placed on his left thigh. This sitting posture is called Virasana. In his right hand, he held Rudraksha beads and his finger was in the mode of argument. Yes, Supriya Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. The sitting posture described herein is called Virasana, according to the system of Ashtanga Yoga performances. In the performance of yoga, there are 8 divisions such as yama and niyama, controlling, following the rules and regulations, and then practicing the sitting postures, etc. Besides Virasana, there are other sitting postures such as Padmasana and Siddhasana. Practice of these asanas without elevating oneself to the position of realizing the super soul Vishnu is not the perfectional stage of yoga. Lord Shiva is called Yogishwara, the master of all yogis, and Krishna is called Yogeshwara. Yogeshwara indicates that no one can surpass a yoga practice of Lord Shiva, and Yogeshwara indicates that no one can surpass the yogic perfection of Krishna. Another significant word is Tarka Mudra. This indicates that the fingers are open and the second finger is raised along with the arm to impress the audience with subject matter. This is actually a symbolic representation. Hare Krishna Mataji.
We'll do one more sloka. 4639. Tam Brahma Nirvana Samadhimashritam Yupashritam Girisham Yoga Kaksham Salokapala Munayo Manuna Adyam Manum Pranchalaya Pranemo. This is the translation. All the sages and demigods, headed by Indra, offered their respectful obeisances unto Lord Shiva with folded hands. Lord Shiva was dressed in saffron garments and was absorbed in trance, thus appearing to be the foremost of all sages. Hare Krishna Mataji, you continue.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Purport. In this word, the word Brahmanda is significant. This Brahmananda is significant. This Brahmananda or Brahma Nirvana is explained by Prahlad Maharaj. When one is completely absorbed in the Adhokshaja, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is beyond the sense perception of materialistic persons, one is situated in Brahmananda. It is impossible to conceive of the existence, name, form, quality, and pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead because he is transcendently situated beyond the conception of materialistic persons. Because materialistics cannot imagine or conceive of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they may think that God is dead, but factually he is always existing in his Sachidananda Vigraha, his eternal form. Constant meditation concentrated on the form of the Lord is called Samadhi, ecstasy or trance. Samadhi means particularly concentrated attention. So one who has achieved the qualification of always meditating on the personality of Godhead is to be understood to be always in trance and enjoying Brahma Nirvana or Brahmananda. Lord Shiva exhibited those symptoms and therefore it is stated that he was absorbed in Brahmananda. Another significant word is Yoga Kaksham. Yoga Kaksha is a sitting posture in which the left thigh is fixed under one's tightly knotted saffron-colored garment. Also, the words Manunam Adyam are significant here because they mean a philosopher or one who is thoughtful and can think very nicely. Such a man is called Manu. Lord Shiva is described in this verse as the chief of all thinkers. Lord Shiva, of course, does not engage in useless mental speculation, but as stated in the previous verse, he is always thoughtful regarding how to deliver the demons from their fallen condition of life. It is said that during the advent of Lord Chaitanya, Sadashiva appeared as Advaita Prabhu, and Advaita Prabhu's chief concern was to elevate the fallen conditioned souls to the platform of devotional service to Lord Krishna. Since people were engaged in useless occupations which would continue their material existence, Lord Shiva in the form of Lord Advaita appealed to the Supreme Lord to appear as Lord Chaitanya to deliver these illusioned souls. Actually, Lord Chaitanya appeared on the request of Lord Advaita. Similarly, Lord Shiva has a sampradaya, the Rudra Sampradaya. He is always thinking about the deliverance of the fallen souls as exhibited by Lord Advaita Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshunimidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Tadandi Swapatantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapatakamelam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatani Tam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखागिनांश हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. See the previous verse. कृत्वारौ दक्षिणे सव्यं पादपद्मं च जानुनि बाहुं प्रकोष्ठे अक्षमाला आसीनं तर्कमुद्रया. Translation: his left leg was placed on his right thigh and his left hand was placed on his left thigh. This sitting posture is called Virasana, and in his right hand he held Rudraksh beads and his finger was in the mode of argument. Hare Krishna. So now we saw how Daksha insulted Lord Shiva, and then the counter cursing happened, and finally Daksha's head is gone, like he's beheaded. And now what happened? All the demigods has to please Lord Shiva, so they all went to Brahma, and Brahma and all the demigods went to Kailas. So few verses we saw how Kailas was, like Prabhu was explaining, like Vaikuntha. Is my voice clear? Put it in the chat. So like Vaikuntha. So in Kailas also, how he was sitting, that is called the Virasana, okay, how he was sitting, the posture. And he had Rudraksha. And here it is said, Lord Shiva is Yogishvara and Krishna is Yogeshvara. Right, in Bhagavad Gita also it says, Yatra Yogeshvara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Sri Vijayor Bhudi Drivani Tirma Tirmama. So what does it mean? Wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is Arjuna, there is all glory and all victory. Right? So if we need to be glorious in life, successful means not materially. Krishna will take care once you become the devotee, Yoga Kshema Mahamyam. But it depends on how much faith we have. Right? And here it is said, Yatra Yogeshvara Krishna. So Krishna is Yogeshvara. Right? Master of all the mystic yogas. Right? How many yogas? Okay, so we know about the 8 Ashtanga Yoga. Like that, there are so many siddhis also, no? So he's the master of all the siddhis. How many siddhis are there?
Ashtasiddhi Mataji. Ashtasiddhi.
Yeah, Ashtasiddhi. So in that, Krishna exhibit all the siddhis. What is Anima Siddhi? Anima, Lagima.
Smallest.
Smaller than the smallest. So when did Lord come as the smaller than the smallest?
In the womb of Uttara.
In the womb of Uttara, right? He became the thumb size and went inside the womb of Uttara. Good. Then Varahadev. So Varahadev came from nostril of Lord Brahma. So if anything has to come from your nose, it has to be so small. So Lord can become, so even he enters the atom, Andandarastha Paramanu Cheyandarastham. So atom means you need a microscope to see the atom. So small. So Krishna became smaller than that to enter into that atom. So Anima Siddhi is there in Krishna. Okay, Lagima. Lagima means greater than the greatest. When did Krishna become like that?
Vamana.
Yeah, Vamana Dev. So he came in the 7 dwarf size, and then finally he became like so great size. Okay, then even Varahadev, no, he came from the nostrils of Brahma, but then again he became so huge in order to kill Hiranyaksha. Okay, so these are some of the examples. And okay, so that is Mahima, that is Mahima Siddhi. Okay, Anima, Mahima. Anima means smaller than the smallest. Mahima means greater than the greatest. And Legima means lighter than the lightest. And when did Krishna become lighter than the lightest? Yeah, which past time? Some demon came. What is that name? What is the name of that whirlwind? Trinavarta. Good.
Trinavarta Mataji.
Just before Trinavarta came, Yashodamaya carried Krishna and he was becoming heavier and heavier. Yashodamaya is like, what is wrong with me? I carry my baby all the time. Today he is so heavy. So she kept him down. That is again Krishna's pastime. So that he don't want his mother to be seen when he is lifted by Trinavarta and killed Trinavarta. So he purposely made his mother go away. And then when Trinavarta came, he's just a demon. How can a demon lift Krishna? So Krishna became lighter than the lightest. Also there's a pastime where Jagannath Ratha Yatra stopped, and when Mahaprabhu went and touched his head, then Jagannath left. And also when Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house, Jagannath Radha stayed for 3 days. And then when he saw Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati and when the garland fell, then Jagannath became lighter. Till then, so many elephants came and pulled. Jagannath didn't move. So he can become heavier than the heaviest, lighter than the lightest for his devotees. Okay, like Krishna can become like a rose for his devotee and like a thunderbolt for his demons. So same way, Krishna. So he is Yogeshwara. So somebody, I think I've discussed this, somebody told Prabhupada that I can walk over the water and cross the river. They were so proud. I did so many siddhis. I was in that asana, this asana, and I got the siddhi. I can walk on top of the water. So what did Prabhupada reply? How can you forget? It's so funny.
Hare Krishna.
Vilas Prabhu, Vipin Vilas Prabhu.
Yes, then Prabhupada told that within 10 rupees you can cross the river if you give the 10.
I can pay the boatman 10 rupees. I can also cross river. Why you have to waste so many years doing yoga practice for this? Is this your perfection of life? No. To walk on the water, even I can just pay. That time it was not 10 rupees, 2 rupees something, Mayapur. You can cross the boat. And then somebody said, I can fly in the air. Then what did Prabhupada reply? I can become lighter than the lightest and fly in the air. Purpose, like even mosquitoes can fly. What is the big thing about it? Even I can get a ticket in aeroplane and I can also fly. What is there? So all these are waste of time. So main yoga, as Bhagavad Gita explains, yoginam abhi sarvesha madgate nandaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yoman. Okay, shraddhavan bhajato. Among all the yogis, best is those who do bhajan, Krishna bhajan. That's the best yogi. Even Krishna agrees that, right? So as Krishna's devotees, as in Krishna consciousness, we should know that Krishna is full in all the opulences, right? All the opulences. And here it is said, renunciation is one of them. In which incarnation Krishna exhibited renunciation? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, yes, renounced order. That is avatari. That's not avatar. I'm asking avatar.
Narayana.
Who? Naranarayan Rishi. So in Naranarayan Rishi, Buddha renunciation, yes, to some extent he renounced everything and went. So Naranarayan Rishi, okay, yes. So here it is said Krishna is full of all opulences. What is it? Aishwaryasya, Veerasya, Yashasya, Jnana, Vairagya, all full opulences. And renunciation is one of this. And Lord Shiva is also a renounced person, right? And here it is said, Krishna is the master of renunciation. He's a master. Okay. So in the next sloka, Prabhupada explains, here it is said that the demigods, they all went and they were praying to Lord Shiva. Like Lord Shiva came as Advaita Acharya in Kali Yuga, right? Sadashiva and Mahavishnu together. And how did Advaita Acharya invoke Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance? What did he do? What did he do?
Gangajal and Tulsi.
Gangajal and Tulsi.
Offered to
Shaligram.
Shalagram. Which Shalagram was that? Which Shalagram? There's so many Shalagram based on there's the design on it. There are different types of Shalagram. So Lord Shiva came as Advaita Acharya and invoked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's presence in Narasimha Shalagram. It was. That's why it is said Mahaprabhu came as Narasimha for Chand Kasi also. No? That's a proof. So Advaita Acharya was so compassionate to the fallen conditioned souls that he wanted to elevate the fallen conditioned souls. Prabhupada mentions here that he cried. Every day he used to cry. What was the age of Advaita Acharya when Nimai appeared? You put in the chat. Almost. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains. Almost. What was the age difference between Advaita Acharya and Nimai? Yes? No? 70. Decrease 10. Yeah. It's around 60. He was around 60. Okay, it is said. So he's old. He's elderly. Why did he appear? Like, for example, when Lord Buddha came to stop animal sacrifice. After that, who came? After Lord Buddha, who came? Who came to preach? Shankaracharya, as Adi Shankaracharya, Advaita philosophy. So when, like how Lord Shiva came with as Adi Shankaracharya to preach Advaita philosophy, later on Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here Advaita Acharya came first, where Lord Shiva came here and Krishna, and then now Advaita Acharya came and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. So he prayed by offering Gangajal and Tulsi to Shalagram, and he was continuously weeping and crying for Krishna to appear. That's why the Lord appeared. One of the external reason which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared is because of the constant crying and praying of Advaita Acharya, who is Sadashiva, who is Lord Shiva himself. So Prabhupada mentions here Shiva in the form of Lord Advaita appealed to the Supreme Lord to appear as Lord Chaitanya to deliver the illusion soul. This means Lord Shiva is also very compassionate. He is so compassionate that he is giving shelter to Bhudas and Pishachas. I mean, nobody cares about them, the ghosts and spirits, but then Lord Shiva gives compassion to them. So he is really compassionate. So as Prabhu was saying, he could have been compassionate to Daksha, but this is just for a pastime, just showing the gravity of Vaishnava Parad. Okay, and also we sing every day, like Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu by Narottam Das Thakur. There it says, Daya karo Sitapati Advaita Gosai Tava Kripa Bale Pai Chaitanya Nita. So here when Lord Shiva came, Mata Parvati came as Sita Thakurani, wife, and then it is said Dayakaro Sitapati. He is the husband of Sita Thakurani here, and Advaita Gosai. Tava Kripa Balepai Chaitanya Nitai. Only if you give your mercy can we get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. So we need the mercy of Lord Shiva. Actually, one Mataji was saying that Shiva is a very great Shiva devotee. She used to take fasting in every Monday, no? They take for Lord Shiva, and then she used to do Nirjal for during Shivaratri, and she used to not sleep. So much she was doing for Lord Shiva, Abhisheka to the Linga, and so many things. And finally she came to Krishna consciousness. She said, it's the blessing of Lord Shiva that I reached Krishna consciousness. That's true. That's true. Even we all in previous janmas, we were all demigod worshippers, even this life, right? And then slowly, the demigods who actually blessed us to get Krishna consciousness. Because they are also devotee of Krishna. They are so pleased with your devotion that they directly recommend to the boss. Like sometimes the workers of third class and the low workers, they please the supervisor so much, the supervisor go and ask for promotion to the boss. Like, see, this worker is so nice, so you can give direct promotion. So similarly, all the demigods appeal for us to the Lord. So here it is said, Tava Kripa Balepai Chaitanya Nitai. So only by the mercy of Advaita Acharya can we get the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here it is said, my dear Advaita Prabhu, husband of Sita, you are so kind. Please be merciful to me. If you are kind to me, naturally Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda will also be kind to me. Okay, so we should not offend Lord Shiva. We don't worship him as such. Why? Because as it is said, Yandi Deva Yada Deva Pidrayande Pidravrata Bhudani Yadi Bhudeja Yadi Matyajinopima. See, we worship demigods, we go to their planet. And even if you go to Kailas, what will happen? What is the after effect? You have to come back. Shine Punya Martilogam Vishanti. So once your Punya is over, you have to come back, right? You have to come back. Even though Lord Shiva is not Jiva Tattva, he is not Vishnu Tattva either. There is no permanent place there. You have to come down. Only if you worship Krishna can you go to the permanent abode Yat Gatva Nanivarthande Tad Dhamam Paramam Mama. So we don't worship him, but we don't offend him also. We respect. And that's called the Rudra Sambradaya. Lord Shiva has a Sambradaya called Rudra Sambradaya. And also we know Rudra Geet, where Lord Shiva glorifies Lord Krishna so much. So if somebody comes and says Shiva Puran says Lord Shiva is great and that this, you can show the Rudra Gita in Bhagavatam, which Lord Shiva himself glorifies about Lord Krishna. Okay, so Lord Shiva has a position because he is Vaishnavanam Yada Shambho. Nimnagadam Yada Ganga Devanam Achyuto Yada Vaishnavanam Yada Shambho Purananam Itam Tatam. Nimna Ganam Yada Ganga. Out of all the rivers, Ganges is the best. And Devanam Achyuto Yada. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Vaishnavanam Yada Shambhapot. All the Vaishnavas, Lord Shiva is the greatest Vaishnava. Why do you say Lord Shiva is the greatest Vaishnava? Why do you say that? I mean, how does he being the greatest Vaishnava?
Because he's always meditating on the Lord.
Yes,
Lord
always meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord. Yes. And as we saw, Advaita Acharya have actually invoked Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's presence, right? So he's so dear to Krishna that he is always meditating on the lotus feet. So in this sloka, the previous sloka, it is said he was sitting with Rudrakshamal. So many devotees who come to Krishna consciousness in the beginning, they chant Hare Krishna mantra with the Rudrakshamal. They ask, what is wrong in chanting Hare Krishna mantra with Rudrakshamala? So actually it is not prescribed. We do it what our acharyas do. Our acharyas, our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, our Gurujans have told us to chant on either neem beads or tulsi beads. Tulsi beads is the best. So we also follow that. But I really don't know what is the real reason why we should not chant. Actually, Hare Krishna Mahamantra have no rules. Tatrarpita niyamida smaranena kala. There's no rules. But neem and tulsi has an effect on us. That's why it is said chant on beads. Okay. In very rare situation, you can use a clicker and all that, but you have to chant on beads. Prabhupada says minimum 16 rounds on beads. We just take only 16 rounds. We forget minimum. Right? And also on beads also we forget. But Prabhupada's real sentences, if you say all the books, it is said minimum 16 rounds on beads. This sentence is there. So you have to do minimum 16 and on beads. Okay, on the beads. Because that's how all the acharyas have done. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself had beads. All the Goswamis, if you go to Vrindavan, all the samadhis of Goswamis had big beads. You've seen their beads? So big that beads are. We can't even carry that, but at least we should do on the beads. Okay. So, and whenever you're doing on the beads, we always see that you are clean. And then, but actually there is no rules and regulations. But it's always good you have your beads, which is given by your spiritual master. Your spiritual master touches the beads. That means he chants for you, and he is actually giving that beads on behalf of him. So we should chant sincerely and not keep our rounds pending. If there is pending, yes, because of some circumstances, we should try to make it up during Ekadashi and all that. And when we chant, we should sincerely sit and try to hear the Harinam. So once in my class, when Mataji was saying, she finishes 16 rounds in 40 minutes. I couldn't believe. Again, I asked, Mataji, 16 rounds, 40 minutes? Are you sure? She's like, yes, I finish in 40 minutes. And again, and I couldn't believe. And again, I was. So that means it is not good quality rounds. Might be you're finishing your quantity. How long it will take? 2 hours? Maximum 1 hour, 50 minutes. You have to, it will take 2 hours, whatever speed. So the good quality round should be 7 to 8 minutes, 1 round. If you go too fast, it's not a race. If you go too fast, what happens? You're not hearing Hare, Krishna and Rama. It's just Hare, what is the use of that? You are not getting benefited. Others are around you and also not getting it benefited. You are chanting and there is a lizard or cockroach around you. Even that living entity is also not able to hear the Hare, Krishna and Rama. Because Haridas Thakur, what did he say? When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, how will these trees and plants and animals get delivered? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Haridas Thakur said, Sakale jagata hoya uchcha sankirtan shuniya prema veshe nache stavara jangaman. Sakale jagata hoya uchcha sankirtan. Sakala jagat means everywhere there should be loud chanting of the holy name. Then stavara jangama, living and non-living or moving and non-moving living entities, everyone will get benefited. That's why His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, our Guru Maharaj used to chant in the park because he was chanting so loud that all devotees were getting disturbed and they went and complained to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, this Jayapataka Swami is chanting so loudly that we can't concentrate in our japa. So Prabhupada smiled and like, Jayapataka, go out and chant, go to the park. And he went to the park and delivered all the birds and plants and everyone there. That's why he's our eternal spiritual master now. Definitely, it proves he's the eternal associate of Lord Chaitanya because he is actually proving what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings are. Right? So that's the right way of chanting. Like you have to chant loud enough so that you can hear. And I told that Mataji one thing. You record your japa and send to me. I really want to hear that japa. But she didn't send, she didn't turn up after that. But I told her, please record. So all of us, okay, for tomorrow japa session, okay, raise your digital hand. How many of you have recorded your japa and heard? You did? You did? You heard? Was there any mistake? Okay. You did, Mataji? Did you record your own japa? When I recorded my japa, I was missing the last Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. That Hare I missed, and again I started Hare Rama. So again I was listening. One Hare is missing. Hare, what chanting am I doing? Okay, only 2 of you have recorded your japa. Premalata Mataji and Niharika. You record your own japa and hear how funny it is. You should not be consciously chanting. Oh, I'm recording, I should chant perfectly. No. Just keep it there. Chant the one whole round. Then you won't be conscious. Definitely you won't be conscious. Your mind will go here and there. And then you off the japa, record and hear your own japa. Definitely there will be some mistake. Unless and until you're doing Shuddhanami, HP or devotee. But this is the way to improve. This is the way how we are dance. We are doing 16 rounds. After initiation, all of you are doing 16 rounds. That is quantity. What about our quality? So we should try to improve on the quality of our japa. Okay, from now onwards, let's concentrate on increasing the quality of the japa. Don't see anything, just sit in one place, try to hear the Harinam. Krishna Govind ki jai, Gaurnitai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna everyone, any questions, any comments? Okay, so Sarita Mataji also have an experience. She was also missing one hara in her japa. Okay. Yeah, this idea didn't come, but please try. My senior have told me to record my japa and hear. So when I recorded, because I wanted to work on the quality of japa, I was not happy because what is the greatest offense in the holy name out of all the 10? Huh? Inattentive chanting. That is the most dangerous offense. Inattentive while chanting, and we do all the time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, everything. We do so much inattentive chatting. All of us. I'm talking for myself also. Okay, class is actually for myself. Like whoever is taking a class, who's a speaker now, it's actually for ourselves. We are hearing for our improvement, not for others. We're not qualified to speak. We're not perfect chanters, but let's improve on the quality of japa. Okay, those are not in taken initiation. You're chanting 4 rounds, 8 rounds, how much ever you're doing, but let's do quality wise. Okay, quality wise is important. Hare Krishna, Hema Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, then with pranam. Mataji, Bhagavad Gita, Uddhav Gita and Rudra Gita. Now, other Gitas are also there. Tell me.
No, this is not different Gitas. Rudra Gita is a part of Bhagavatam. Uddhav Gita is also part of Bhagavatam.
Others are there.
Gita, Uddhav Gita, anything else?
You have read the Bhagavatam.
Venu Gita, Gopi Gita, Venu Gita, Gopi Gita.
Okay, Gopi Gita, Venu Gita and?
Gita means song actually. It's not Gita. Bhagavad Gita means song.
I know.
Venu Gita, Gopi Gita, Rudra Gita, Uddhav Gita, Brahma. Venu Gita and Gopi Gita is the highest. Only that much I know, Mataji. Niharika Mataji, Hare Krishna. You have a question? Okay. I think we can stop here. Thank you everyone for joining. Vancha kalpatarupasya kripa sindhubheva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha kodi vaishnavanti ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for such a wonderful class.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat pranam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Pranam. Thank you.
Pranam Mataji.
Pranam Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.